Picture this. It is the morning of January 1st. You wake up. Your head is pounding. Your wallet feels lighter. Your body feels heavy, bloated, and tired. You tell yourself it was a good party, but deep down, a quiet voice asks, was it? Or was it just exhaustion disguised as celebration? Welcome to INVICTUS X. Today, we are going to dismantle the biggest lie you've been sold about the holidays. We are conditioned to believe that the end of the year is a time to let go, to drink until we forget, eat until we hurt, and spend until we're anxious. But Stoicism offers a terrifyingly simple truth. If you need to lose control to feel like you've lived, you aren't celebrating, you are escaping. I recently read a pessimistic take that claimed Christmas and New Year's are just capitalist traps designed to keep us stuck in a cycle of consumption. And sure, that view makes you feel smart, it makes you feel awake, but cynicism is just another prison. It makes you bitter. The Stoic path is different. It doesn't ask you to be a Grinch. It doesn't ask you to hate the holidays. It asks you to do something much harder. To walk through the fire without getting burned. To be in the world, but not of it. Today, I'm going to walk you through 8 shifts in perspective. These aren't just tips, they are a manifesto for entering the new year not as a victim of excess, but as a master of your own life. Shift number 1. The holiday is a test, not a reward. We have this childish idea that because we survived the year, we deserve a prize. And that prize usually looks like self-sabotage. I worked hard, so I deserve to get wasted. I was disciplined all year, so I deserve to eat trash. Think about that logic. Does a marathon runner finish the race and immediately break their own leg as a reward? No. When the structure of work and routine falls away during the holidays, that is when your real character is revealed. Anyone can be disciplined when the boss is watching. Who are you when no one is watching? That is the test. Shift number 2. Excess is not pleasure. We confuse intensity with quality. We think more alcohol means more fun, more noise means more joy. But looking at insights on the Swedish philosophy of lagom, or just the right amount, we see that balance isn't about restriction, it's about maximization. When you numb yourself with excess, you aren't feeling more, you are feeling less. You are desensitizing yourself. The Stoic realizes that a clear mind enjoys a conversation infinitely more than a drunk mind that won't remember it tomorrow. Real pleasure sharpens you. It doesn't dull you. Let me tell you a story. Years ago, I went to a high-stakes industry party. Open bar, expensive food. By 10 p.m., the leaders of the industry were slurring their words, spilling secrets, and making fools of themselves. But there was one man, a senior executive, who stood at the edge of the room. He had a glass of sparkling water. He was laughing, he was engaging, but his eyes were laser-focused. While everyone else was losing their filter, he was gathering information. He was noticing who was anxious, who was lying, who was desperate for approval. Shift number 3. Sobriety is a social superpower. In a room full of people losing control, the person who holds on to themselves becomes the silent authority. You don't have to preach about it, you just have to be it. When you are the only lucid person in the room, you aren't missing out. You are the only one actually there. And this leads to shift number 4. Presence is not obligation. Just because you were invited doesn't mean you have to stay until the lights come on. The Stoic knows the art of the Irish exit. Preserving your energy is not rude, it is intelligence. Leave while you still have your dignity. Now, let's talk about the thing that ruins January for almost everyone: money. Shift number 5. Spending with intention. The holidays are a masterclass in emotional manipulation. We spend to relieve guilt. We buy gifts we can't afford to impress people we don't even like. This is weakness. A Stoic defines their limits before they enter the store, not when they're standing at the register feeling pressure. If you enter January specifically broke because of December, you have failed the test. Money is a tool for freedom, not a bandage for insecurity. Shift number 6. Protect the biological machine. There is a direct link between how you treat your body in December and how your mind works in January. You cannot eat garbage, sleep 4 hours, and drink poison for 2 weeks, and then expect to set high-performance goals on the 1st. Your body is the vessel that carries your ambition. If you wreck the vessel, the ambition sinks. This isn't about having six-pack abs, it's about having the energy to execute. This brings us to the most critical point. Shift number 7, the New Year lie. Most of you are waiting. You are waiting for the calendar to flip to start living better. You treat the end of the year like a purge. I'll be bad now so I can be good later. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, notes that lasting change comes from shifting your identity, not just your schedule. If your identity is, I'm a person who waits for permission to change, you will fail. Shift number 8. Begin before you are ready. The person who starts their diet, their business, or their discipline on December 23rd is infinitely stronger than the person who starts on January 1st. Why? Because the person starting now is driven by internal commitment. The person starting in January is driven by external pressure. Don't review your year with drama. Don't make speeches. Just look at the data. What worked? What didn't? Be cold, be honest, and then get to work. Here is the reality. The world wants you to be a consumer. It wants you drunk, full, broke, and docile. It wants you to numb the pain of a year unlived with a week of excess. Refusing to participate in the madness will make you look strange. People will ask, why aren't you drinking? Why are you leaving early? Why are you working? Let them ask. Approval of the confused is meaningless. When the party ends and the noise fades and the confetti is swept away, only who you really are remains. Some will finish this year tired, in debt, and full of regret. You can finish it conscious, grounded, dangerous. This is INVICTUS X. We don't strive for happiness, we strive for mastery. If you are ready to stop numbing yourself and start living with lucidity, I want you to comment below with one habit you are keeping this holiday season. Share it with the tribe. Subscribe if you want to build a mind that cannot be broken. See you in the comments.